I cannot believe I just did that. And I can't believe I got it on video. She doesn't seem to mind, but wow, okay. I guess that's a kind of good way to start the video. First of all, look at what time it is. How divine. And next of all, this is just a little life update for you. For anyone who cares. I want to tell you guys a little bit about me, where I'm at in my healing journey, what's going on in my life, because there is more to life than healing from our trauma, right? I think it's actually very important to have a larger part of your life normalized rather than be stuck in your trauma and in like the processing of your memories. You know, cultivate a good life. But talking about the kitties, what I was about to say. The kitties have been a big part of my life lately. You know, I just got Lucy. I adopted her. And I didn't tell you guys, but she did get hurt and she was limping around a few weeks ago. And at first, you know, they're limping and you're like, oh my gosh, it could be a broken bone. What do we do? But she still had good spirits, so we just monitored her for a couple of days. There was improvements. We didn't think it was broken, so a week passed. She was back to normal. Didn't end up going to the vet or anything. But Pharaoh now is sick. He was sneezing a ton and coughing, and so we took him to the vet. He's got a bunch of bacteria all over. He's on antibiotics. Hopefully it'll be all better, but my vet doesn't seem like the most optimistic dude, and he was like, it's probably kidney disease and there's nothing we can do about it, but we'll try this and blah blah blah. There's been improvements with Pharaoh as well, but I'm still a little bit worried about him. So what I'm doing is sending healing vibes, positive vibes, because worry won't help the situation. I've come a long way in having him because he's an outdoor cat, and while that is like really great for his quality of life, he was born outside, we found him outside, there's no keeping him inside. It also is scary for me. I've seen him like look both ways before he crosses the road, and I trust that he'll be okay, but there's always part of me that's just like panicked, you know? It's like almost obsessive like panic, and I used to fear that he would die all the time. This is like kind of becoming long-winded, but like I feel like last year was like the climax of being like, okay, this is really affecting me, like worrying about him dying, and I worry about everyone dying. I've talked about it before. It's a part of the reason why I am in contact with people. I feel like maybe in a past life I've lost everyone. And I don't know, I just have this realization of the big picture, like death. It's inevitable, and it's always kind of in my mind, and anywho, like I gotta trust that he's gonna be okay. And he's run away and come back, and another reason why I'm afraid and everything, but come a long way. So everything that has happened, I consider him my miracle kitty. He's run away and ended up in my aunt's somehow, and like I made a bracelet that's his colors too, because I love him, and I'm just like, gonna wear him, and good vibes, good vibes. This lighter is his colors too. He's my miracle kitty, and he's gonna get better, right, mister? So I'm just sending good vibes towards him and trusting that he's gonna be okay. And if you want to send good vibes, that would be awesome. Okay, so that's been a big thing happening in my life. But I guess the biggest thing that I want to talk about today, which is what I'm gonna share right now, is drum roll please. I feel like a normal, happy, healthy person. It's pretty cool. So one time, back in the day when I first started my YouTube channel, there was this other YouTuber who reached out to me and talked about collaborating, and I was so excited. I was like, okay, sure. And we hopped on a phone call, and immediately I was like, this energy is just not right. I don't like it. They were saying some kind of not me stuff. You know, we just weren't aligned, which is okay, but it was definitely not the vibe that I'm going for on my channel or in my life. That's not what I'm trying to inspire for you guys. And something that they said was the community online, the mental health community online, isn't actually interested in healing. They just want to watch videos and dwell on the past and in their problems. Use it as validation that their life is hard and sucks, and talk about healing but not actually heal. And while I did not like that they said that, it made me think about a possibility of a type of person that does exist in the world. And another thing is, I was listening to one of Katie Morton's videos one time. She's this really popular, like mainstream psychologist on YouTube. And what was she saying? She was saying about how therapists, they ought to go into therapy sessions like with a new client with an intention, with an end goal in mind. You know, be like, what's your intention? Like, what are you working towards right now? Rather than just mull over things. Because some therapists likely don't ever want you to get out of therapy because it's their job, you know, and they want to keep you in therapy. You know, they aren't actually thinking of the healing of the person. And I'm not trying to say like every person watching on YouTube doesn't actually want to heal, they want to dwell. Every therapist doesn't have an end goal in mind, they just want your money. I'm actually making the opposite argument, that I as a person, the end goal is to heal and to not be dwelling in the past or in tough stuff all the time, and I want to like have fun and enjoy life, enjoy a normal, nice life. And that's it. You know, it's that simple. Like, really feel like I'm loved and really able to freely love and have fun and feel like good. And like, this healing isn't an indefinite process. Like, I can reach that point. Like, yeah. And right, what I am trying to say today is I am largely there. Honestly, since my time on YouTube, I've gained clarity, and that was almost like the swelling of my pain. You know, healing isn't easy. It was like, I guess if I didn't go down the healing route, it would like still swell and build momentum and grow, but more in a subconscious manner. And I chose like the very conscious, seeing all of the stuff pop up that I had to heal and be like, oh my gosh, like realizing all of the terrible things and all of things that weren't in alignment, you know, just like being like, ugh, I'm not where I want to be. That's hard. And like, you know, as you know what I'm trying to say. There's a lot to it, but you know what I'm trying to say. But, you know, I have consistently, I don't know, a lot of terrible things have happened also in my time on being on YouTube within my family. It's not like it was all in the past and like I've been dealing with the past stuff through this time when I've been on here. Like, there's been stuff happening in my own life that I haven't been able to share with you for like, honestly, really wild reasons. It's like there's been really crazy stuff happening and I have just been dealing with it, and at times it didn't feel like there was progress being made like I wanted to, but I was stuck. And I think maybe I was, but it was all like almost being stuck in like really coming out of denial, like being stuck in this like coming to clarity, coming out of the fog. I don't know if I'm making any sense. It's been a weird time. It's been a weird life. And the other day, like, people were talking about, oh, I miss high school. High school was so great. And other people were like, oh, college is so great. And I'm like, I didn't like high school. I don't really like college. I feel like now is the time. And like, also with my partner, Eric, he was like, this whole year he's been like, you gotta move on, you gotta move on. Like, it's time. I've been with you for so long. You've always been upset about this. You gotta move on. And like, he's been brought down by it too almost, which is sad. But like, it's all for me, like, now is the time. And I've, for the past like month and a half, I don't know, just been really enjoying life for the most part. And if something with my family comes up, I'm like, I just can't, I don't want to. And I'm not affected by it so deeply. It doesn't derail me. There's things within myself that come up that, you know, I think I'm always going to be a work in progress for myself, always trying to better myself. I don't think that's bad, but I'm not so hard on myself anymore, you know. I don't know. And yeah, I feel like I want to tell you guys that healing is not an indefinite process. It's something with an end goal, and like maybe you gotta figure out like, what is my end goal? Like, I don't know. For me, it took like grieving the loss of people who are still alive, grieving some of my family members, and really finding distance from them, which, you know, I don't want, but I do, because I want peace. And so coming to terms with that and living it, and then bringing the focus in on me and cultivating fun and trust and fun. You guys don't see my fun side, but I can be a good time. And love, cultivating love. Yeah, that's my end point, and I'm there, and it's not over, you know, but I feel like healing is an end point, and I'm somewhere around there, you know. I'm not the mess I was. I'm happy, and you know, not happy perhaps, but like, I don't know, content, you know what I mean? Happiness is like a state you tune into. I could get all philosophical and whatever, but I don't want to. I want to stay simple. Like, now is a good time in my life, and that's great. One thing I'm doing lately is trying to hydrate, realizing how, like, if I don't have energy and I feel like there's all this toxins in my body, even if I don't like stop eating all the toxins, I can at least, like, you know, help my system out by always be digesting and cleansing. See, I think about things so in depth when it's really like, just drink water. Water's good. Anyways, I guess the biggest thing that I'm focusing on lately is playfulness. So I am going to be taking a trauma-informed coaching program later this summer and throughout the rest of the year, which I'm super excited about because I enjoy talking about psychology and trauma. I don't know, I just like it. And, you know, not many people in my life like it. They're like, can we just keep things light? Like, you know, like, that's how they're happy, is by not really talking about it, like by being happy. It's something that makes me happy, like a passion of mine is talking about trauma. So I'm gonna get my fix of that later this year, hopefully make some friends, you know, and you guys are my friends. I get to talk about it with you. Cool. Check that part of my life. Something that was like kind of neglected in my life lately because I've been like so fearful and like bogged down, is being like a child, like playful and fun and like innocent in the fact that I'm not like just thinking about my stresses and like health, how to be healthy, and like not just physically, mentally, all these different things. I haven't just been like carefree, like childlike fun for the most part. So I've been really trying to tune into that energy, and one way I'm doing that is by adding things in my life that are fun, you know, really making that a priority. So hula hooping, which I really like to do, and guys, guess what? This is kind of silly, but I'm going to apply for Survivor, and I'm really excited. And I don't even care if I get on or win, but right now it's just like I've been enjoying watching Survivor while I tattoo. I'm learning how to tattoo for fun, and the idea crossed my mind, like, hey, why don't I try out for Survivor and I'm gonna do it. And it's just like, instead of having like trauma stuff to focus on and like my goals and accomplishments and like whatever's happening, like I can like bring this up in conversation and talk to people about it and be like, hey, guess what, I'm trying out for Survivor. And then, like, you know, mess around with them. If they do something silly, I'm like, I'm gonna vote you off the island, or like, we're in it for immunity, you know, when we're making dinner and we're like, who can make the best garlic bread, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a website for y'all and like just trying to better myself with this whole YouTube channel. I gotta be better at answering comments and things. What else is my update? My little life update. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Does this just melt your heart? Oh. My babies. They cuddle so much. It's so cute. Oh gosh, okay. Other things, I guess the only other thing I want to tell you. No, maybe a few more things. Because if you're still watching, I have the feeling that you just like me and I just like talking. I'm telling you what's up. Feel free to tell me what's up with you in the comments. I love to hear, especially just fun things like this. I have a feeling no one's gonna comment and tell me. That's alright. Maybe no one's gonna watch. That's alright too. See, I'm just doing this for fun. Okay. What was the other thing I wanted to tell you? Oh, something I've been doing a lot, like really good. I mean, just like in general, I've tried to do things in the past and then I've like fallen off of that habit as I like try to incorporate another one. And like in all that trial and error, I really learned what works for me and what I really like doing. And something that really works that I've been doing is this whole journaling, meditating in a visualization manner, like visualizing my dream life, like really like raising my energy to this joyful, trusting, great place as I visualize connecting with people I love and the way I want to, and doing things the way I want to, feeling the way I want to feel with the response and connection that I want, you know what I mean? Visualizing that, visualizing good energy and love. And I've been listening to these affirmations about myself, saying like, Allisun is this, Allisun does that, Allisun shows up like this and is thought of like that. And also so journaling, meditating, doing that affirmation thing. I call it a specific thing, but I don't like say what that thing is just because I don't. And I have also been working out just a little bit, but I'm just like, that's something that I'm like, if I just do that, like all these other things come into place. I know that, I've experienced it in the past, but always like stop working out and then it takes me like 2 months to get back into working out. You know what I mean. So I've just been like getting in the routine of like, I want to start running, going for a walk, running a little bit at least, and then, you know, if I feel like it, running a little bit more, but not trying to push myself too much, just really like starting to get in the routine of doing it. So that as well. And like when I don't feel like going out, just like putting some weights on my ankles and like moving my legs around. Working out. But now with this new goal of getting on Survivor, like the whole time I'm working out, I'm imagining Jeff Probst saying, Allisun is a powerhouse, look at her go, look at her, she's the tiniest person here and she's pulling the weight of the team, she's carrying the team. It's silly, but it's fun and I'm enjoying it. Other things I guess that are happening with me is I've got a little garden that I'm working on. Do you guys want to see it? Yeah, let's go on a little tour. Yeah, I'm second guessing myself. We're gonna go on a tour and I guess end outside with a little hula hoop sesh. How about that? How about that? That sounds fantastic. Okay, so I hope no one's coming home. No, it's I guess I'll show you these plants as well. Oh my goodness gracious. There is something over there that's my roommate's and not mine that I do not want you to see. Because I do not condone that behavior. Look at this guy. This guy's all mature. Do you see that? That's crazy. This coleus was flowering, which I didn't even know they did. Alrighty. Friends being silly. Oh my gosh, I fell down. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. No, it should be good. Welcome to the heat of summer in Michigan. This is my garden. Isn't it pretty? You know what? We planted these green onions, and guess what? Guess where Pharaoh likes to go to the bathroom? Right there. Out of all these plants that aren't edible, he likes to go to the bathroom right there. It's our sunflower. It's about 4 feet tall right now. This is called Moulin Rouge. Blah, blah, blah. Look at this. Is a moonflower. And this is a sweet potato. If you didn't know, sweet potato grows really cool vines. Now you know. That tomato plant's falling over. Oh no, a cucumber. That was a little cucumber. And it's not a cucumber anymore. It's a shriveled up little nothing. It's a cucumber plant. If you didn't catch on already, you did. You're smart. And tomatoes. Look at those green boys. About to have lots of lovely tomatoes. Green boys. Green boys. Alright. Now I suppose I'll hula hoop for you. For like a minute. Because that's all there's left.